Good morning. Welcome to the Inside Job Podcast, Healed Inside Out. This morning we have Miss Beautiful Keisha joining us today. How you doing?
Good. Happy to be here.
Yeah. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. How you doing?
Y'all, I'm nervous.
Listen, y'all. I got to go ahead and put myself out there a little bit. Keisha was under the impression that she was coming in to just have a conversation with me without the camera, without the mics.
Yes, I was all the way under that impression.
And so I was like, yeah, no, this is it. She was like, this is it. So she's a little more nervous, but she's going to be fine. And we're going to welcome her in.
She is loving this. She's been giggling since I told her, wait, today?
Right.
God.
But it's funny because I'm on this side of it, but I would be the same way if it was me on the other, if she was on the other foot. I'd be like, oh no, hold on, wait a second, no, we didn't plan for this. Give me a minute, let me come back tomorrow.
Yes, but I believe in divine intervention,
Ooh, come on.
and who knows when I would have scheduled it.
Yeah. See, so that
It would have been easy to put it off and say,
yeah.
not
See,
today. So
good. But I appreciate your courage to just press through it regardless.
I'm just glad I didn't show up in my pajamas.
I want to let you on, ma'am. I've been like, no, you know what? We ain't ready.
I don't usually show up in pajamas for a meeting. I'm just saying,
Yeah. But some people do. We be out there, you be seeing the people with their bonnets and their jammies on and stuff. So, I mean, it wouldn't be far-fetched. But
Jammies, yes. Bonnet, no,
No.
ma'am. No. Why? There's just certain things that shouldn't leave your house,
That part.
like your bonnet.
Yeah. Keep that at home, right? So there's that part, y'all. I'll just be more mindful to be like, we doing this today.
Today.
Yeah. Or not, because I kind of like the idea that it just got sprung up on you so that you wouldn't cancel and be like, maybe tomorrow, and call and be like, not today, maybe tomorrow, because it happens quite a bit. People are like, I'm going to come in tomorrow. They're like, tomorrow comes and they're like, you know what? Today, can we just do it another day? Another day come. They call again, like, hey, you know what? And the fear stop us. So part of me is glad that it jumped on you.
That's exactly what it did. 'Cause I was like, oh my God, you look so nice. I wonder, what else you have going on today?
Yeah.
And I'm just, I'm not.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm just,
That's a nice dress.
this isn't
Yes.
something I would dress, like I wouldn't wear this to a meeting or nothing. It's just average wear.
It's just how you dress.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Goals. All right. Learning.
Hilarious. So, all right, now that I done put myself out there and we done broke the ice a little bit, let's talk about Keisha. What's going on with you? What you doing? Where you work at? What's life like?
Actually, life's pretty good. I'm a newlywed. I'll be married 2 years in September.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, shoot, wrong one.
Clearly, she's having a great time with all the buttons.
Listen.
They let you control this board. You should
Oh my
probably-
God. Listen. It's been a minute.
Oh man.
Anyway. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
She is crying.
Oh, I am because. Okay. Let's get it together, Nate. Like, for real.
No. Let it just keep falling apart.
Okay.
This is making the environment,
Okay. 2 years, congratulations. That really was supposed to be a one of these, right? Not a. Oh. Married?
Yes.
Oh,
Married.
okay.
Love my
Congratulations.
husband. He's my unicorn.
Yes.
And I just recently graduated from grad school, so I have my master's in nursing.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
So 3 days a week I work as a home infusion nurse.
Okay.
So I'm out in the community and I travel to different homes. I have about 19 patients I see
Oh, wow. Okay.
any given, usually like 2 to 3 a day, but a total of 19 that I see. And then Thursdays and Fridays, where we met, I'm a nurse practitioner in a clinic here in North Aurora.
Okay. So now the infusion things, is that your own business or you work for a company?
I work for a company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I work for a company. No, I'm not a... Not everyone has the entrepreneurial gift.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
I'm in that group that
doesn't.
didn't get it.
Is it that you didn't want it or because...
You know, when it comes to people, I just want that to be my focus. I don't want to have to deal with the business side. I don't want to deal with the money. I don't want to deal with all of that stuff. And so as a home infusion nurse, even as a nurse practitioner, I just love how I'm able to directly impact the patient.
Okay.
So I don't want to...
Yeah, and that's fair. That's very fair because sometimes we get out of our lanes and we be trying to do this thing when it ain't made for us. We're not built for that.
Yeah.
When you say that, thinking back, I'm like, yeah, you know what, this is a lot of work.
That's
a lot of work.
If it doesn't feel like a lot of work, it must be what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because what I do doesn't feel like a lot of work.
Yeah.
I spend more time laughing and being goofy. And
Yeah. Just enjoying people. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Oh, I love what I do.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, good. So now is this your first marriage? Second marriage, third marriage, fifth? Sometimes we be... No.
Listen, no judgment, but
none.
So this is my second marriage.
Okay.
My first marriage didn't go well.
Okay.
Probably should not have happened, but there was a lot of fear involved. I was young and in the Air Force.
Okay.
And found out that I have a chronic illness.
Okay.
And was being medically discharged. And the guy that I was seeing at the time, my God, there were so many red flags. But I'm from a single parent home.
Okay.
So my mom raised me, and at the time, my mom and I just did not have a good relationship.
Okay.
In fact, I joined the military
to get away from home.
To get away from my mama. I love you, Mama.
Sorry, Mom.
But my mom has heard this. We've talked about it.
Yes.
And I've learned through my own experience the importance of breaking generational curses.
Yes, that part.
Because my mom was pregnant when she graduated from high school.
Okay.
With my older sister.
Okay.
And she and my dad ended up married. Two broken people trying to... And thankfully, they have a good relationship today, but they've been divorced since I was 3.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I'm getting out of the military. I don't want to. I wasn't ready. And I couldn't go home. And I hadn't finished college yet. And so I was like, well, I mean, I guess maybe I'll get married. I mean, you know. I didn't really have a relationship with God, not the relationship that I have now.
Okay.
Because when I met my husband, my unicorn, I said, "Man, Lord, who is this man?"
Yes.
Like, I don't have time to be derailed. I don't have time to be taken off course. If he is not who you've chosen for me, get him away from me. But I didn't do that the first time I got married.
Okay.
And
it was not, you know what, unfortunately, there are a lot of marriages when we get married at a young age. I don't know how young you were, but, I mean, and it happens when you're older age too, but more often than not, when we're young, we don't really have the skills. We don't have the skill set to be in a marriage because marriage is work.
Who said for the people in the back? Oh, Lord. I didn't realize how much work it was because when you're in a bad marriage, you're working on other things. Like I was working on figuring out who I am and how to make my husband happy when nothing made him happy, and how to be, you know, because as women we wear all these hats.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? You got to be a wife, a mom, a sister. Because I wasn't pregnant when I got married, but got pregnant shortly after.
Okay.
And everything was wrong. He was never happy. So it was work.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Of work. And he was, how many different ways can you abuse your spouse without putting your hands on them?
Oh, wow. Don't know that we can count the ways because it's many. I'm sorry, excuse me. Laughing at you. I done got a little tickle in my throat.
Oh, my goodness. Laughing at me or laughing at you?
Both. Sorry that you had to go through that. We learn from our mistakes. We learn the most important part is what we don't want. I don't want that. I didn't necessarily have a terrible marriage, prior marriage, but it definitely taught me what I do not want.
Well, some of us, it takes us a while.
And it does. It took me a minute, too.
Well, because after that marriage was over, I met my youngest son's dad.
Okay.
And did not marry him, thankfully. Mm-hmm. But it was just...
Yeah.
It obviously wasn't good either because we're not together.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that I'm grateful. It took me a while to get there, but I'm grateful for them.
Yeah.
Because it taught me what I didn't want.
Yes.
But it also taught me to wait on God.
Oh, that part. Somebody better pin that.
It did, because after the relationship with the youngest son's dad didn't work out, I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong? And why am I in such a hurry to, be in a relationship? How come I can't be okay being by myself? And it didn't happen overnight.
Of course.
It didn't happen overnight.
But I love that.
And there were some more bumps in the road before.
Of course.
Thankfully, those didn't result in children.
Yeah.
But, it took me a minute, but...
Yeah.
Once you get past wanting to be in a relationship because you don't want to be alone, or you want to have somebody to do stuff with, or you don't want to be the only one paying bills, or you want to have kids, or you just want to say you're a wife, or, you don't want the burden of doing life alone. Mm-hmm. And actually being single it's actually amazing.
It is.
It's pretty amazing when you like yourself.
Yes.
When you love yourself.
Yes.
And I'm like, I get a date by myself.
Yes.
What are we gonna do?
Yes. Yes. I love that part about, where you said, because it when you're talking about learning things inside of bad relationships and just as you're growing. So first, let's just say the maturity of being able to still be able to have a relationship, I guess, to a degree with your kid's father. Mm-hmm. And the same like with your parents, to be able to still have a cordial relationship, because sometimes the relationships end so bitterly that they just hate one another for the rest of their lives. That does nothing. But then the ownership of ourselves, right? I only wanted to get in this relationship because I didn't want to be by myself. Or, I don't, like I said, I don't want to pay the bills, and there's this fear of all this stuff. I just want to be with somebody, these titles. But recognizing the love for yourself make you a better person for whomever it is that's your unicorn.
That's my unicorn. Mm-hmm.
That comes in. We have to develop to that stage.
Yeah, and I've learned in my own experience that once you do that, things come full circle. So now I have a beautiful relationship with my mom and my dad. I have a great relationship with the sisters I grew up with. I bought 2 homes by myself.
Okay.
Unmarried.
Okay.
Went. So when I got divorced, I was a medical assistant, and now I'm a nurse practitioner.
Okay.
So I've raised 2 kids and put myself through undergrad and grad school.
Yes.
And the only person I can give credit to is God.
That part.
Because I still have my mind when I thought.
Yes.
I had to be real careful about things that I said, because I would say, I don't have time for the mental breakdown that I deserve. Like, I've earned it. I earned it several times. But then when I think about where I would be with a mental breakdown, I'm okay that I'm more than okay that God walked me through that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't give us what we deserve.
Ouch.
Because I mean, like, there were several times where I'm like, I can't do life.
Yeah.
It's too hard.
Yeah.
It's too hard.
Yeah.
Dealing with.
And, we got to be careful in that space, too, not to withhold. I mean, it's okay to break down sometimes. It's okay to release things that's just been heavy on you, but just not, stay there, but not to a space where you just lose it and you can't come back from it. We have to give ourselves the freedom to express. Like, if you hurt, we hurt. But if you suppress that, then it builds a whole bunch of other stuff. So we just got to be okay to be able to express, but know those limits, know those boundaries of that space. So that's good.
Yeah, you can only do that with God.
You can only pin that.
I'm such a Jesus freak. Oh my goodness, I am, and I love that I'm comfortable in my skin.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that I love God because I'm trying to convince you should love him too. I'm just like, if you only, my dad says it all the time. He's like, seeing the change that my relationship with God has made in me encourages him.
Oh.
And I love my daddy. I might be a daddy's girl, but he didn't raise me. He was on drugs my whole life.
Yeah.
He got clean and moved here.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't live here anymore, but, daddies are supposed to teach you your worth.
You better come on.
And when you don't get that, then you marry the wrong people for the wrong reasons and have babies thinking that people will stick around.
That part.
But God has taught me my worth.
Yes. Amen.
And if don't nobody stick around,
that's their fault, right? That's their loss.
Their loss, yes. Yes.
You missed out on something good.
Out. Your fault.
Yeah.
So, but man, life just, life knocks the wind out of you.
Yes, it does.
But without those experiences,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Would we be the same people?
Question mark.
Yeah. So I appreciate my ex-husband.
Yeah.
And my youngest son's dad.
Yeah.
That made me better.
Yes.
For somebody else.
Yes. So thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
We do. I mean, because it grows us, right? I believe our experiences grow us.
Absolutely.
And I know sometimes I think back and I'm like, did I have to go do all that? I say it all the time. Like, did I really have to go through all of that just to grow and be in this space that I am? But I've accepted it is what it is. It happened for whatever reasons. Our experiences do make us who we are. We do have the responsibility to be righteous in how we live, because sometimes our experiences can make us bad people if we let it, or we can be good people because we choose to. Because you could lose your mind going through a lot of hell.
Oh my God.
and having your spiritual foundation is key.
It's everything. It's why I smile. It's why oh my goodness, that's a whole other conversation. Because I had a friend tell me one time that she and we've been friends for years, and she's like, you have this joy that kind of like starts in your feet and like starts coming up, and it just bubbles up, and by the time it gets here, it's like this explosion. And when she said it, I was like, that's okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And then the movie Trolls came out, and I'm Poppy all day long. All day long. I don't know how to do pop-up cars with confetti, but if I could, it would just
Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Life is too short to not be happy. You can't find anything to be happy about.
Yes, come on.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Your favorite pair of earrings.
Yes.
Lip gloss.
Yes.
Like gas in the car.
Yeah.
Kids that got out of the house for school and you didn't want to choke them. I mean,
yes.
like something.
That part. Something. Right?
Something. You don't have to be happy all day, but you should be happy every day.
Yes. Let's start with the point that you woke up this morning.
Absolutely. And you got out of bed. You didn't roll out and fall on the floor. Like, you didn't, right? You didn't, like, you didn't wake up because of the fire alarm.
Yes.
Like, you woke up, you stretched.
Yeah.
You got out of bed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny that you say that. I started to just really bust out in tears because the other day I rolled out of bed.
Tell you why I said that, because our bed is really high, so that's always my fear that I'm gonna get a little too close to the edge and I'm gonna fall. And so my heart hurts for you because I don't know how high your bed is, but we're about the same height. So
Yeah, that part.
Yeah,
and then so I got a bad back. Yeah, I got a slip disc there. So it was already a challenge. So I'm rolling, and I did. I misjudged my edge. And I ate hardwood floor for and it wasn't a nice morning to start off with, But you know what I did? I sat there for a minute and I laughed at myself because I thought, how you not know where the edge was?
Because
you get out this bed every day. How you not know that you close to the edge?
So I stay in the middle. My husband talks about me pulling the covers and, and I'm like, that's for a reason. So I don't fall on the floor.
Need something to hold on to.
I know.
Yeah, no, ma'am. I ate hardwood floor it was just this week. So and today's only Wednesday. So,
right.
So, yeah, that part. But normally, I agree with you. Rolling, be able to roll out the bed and just be like, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Without sitting on the ground with your knees tucked, just bursting out laughing at yourself because it's like, I'm so glad nobody saw that.
No witnesses.
No witnesses, but I just told on myself. Yeah, I've rolled too far. But anyway, we do have that gratefulness to even be able to do so because not everybody can.
Right.
And we do have to find the joy in life, no matter what that looks like.
I don't know. I think it gets easier with time, and the bad stuff. You're like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna just sit God on them. He gonna take care of that. You wanna flip me off in traffic? That's all right.
Yeah.
God knows your name. I don't have to know who you are. I tell my children all the time. I'm like, okay, keep it up. Jesus gonna get you.
Yeah, and that peace, right? That peace of knowing and believing that no matter what you say or do to me, I'm be all right.
I'm be all right.
You should be worried though.
You should be.
Because I tell everybody now you might be God's favorite, but I am one of them.
I'm absolutely one of God's favorites. He laughs at
Don't
me
mess
all
with
the
me.
time.
Yeah.
He laughs at me all the time, but that's because I'm one of his favorites.
Yeah, okay, we could all claim it because he's got enough for all of us.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, so that's awesome. So, how did you meet your unicorn? What did y'all meet at?
Oh, that's a pretty amazing story.
Let's talk about it.
So, my husband and I have a mutual friend.
Okay.
And the mutual friend is more like a brother to me. And he's a contractor.
Okay.
So in my previous house, he had come over to do some work. He was referred to me by somebody, and we just kind of, we just really connected. And so because I was single and 2 kids, he was just always a brother. He was always looking out for me, checking in on us. And so when I moved into the house that we live in now, he said, if you ever need anything, call me. Call me for everything.
Okay.
And so I'm in my house, and I hadn't been in there long, and I have hardwood floors. And so I'm walking, and I'm like, the floor feels weird, but I haven't been in the house long, so maybe it's just me getting used to my house. Well, maybe a couple weeks later, I walk again, in this little hallway again, and I'm like, no, something's wrong with the floor. And I had gone down to the basement looking for something and noticed that there was water on the floor, and there were some boxes that were damp. And I'm like, okay, something's wrong with the floor. Now there's water in the basement. Let me call my brother. So I called him, and he came over. He must have been in the neighborhood working, because he came over and figured out that the washing machine had been slowly leaking under the wood floors. It had been leaking for so long that it had leaked down into the basement. So now all the wood flooring in that hallway, in the bathroom, all of that has to come out.
Oh, wow.
And while I'm on the phone with the insurance company, my brother says, I know a guy. He does wood floors. Let me call him.
Okay.
So Lord, he calls him, and my husband comes over the next day, and at the time I wasn't working the job that I have now. I was maybe in between, because I was home for 2 years with COVID with my kids, which was a blessing. And so my husband rings the doorbell, and at the time I had a frohawk.
Okay.
I had just gotten off a Zoom meeting. I had just gotten back from walking the dogs. I was in a t-shirt and sweatpants. And he rings the doorbell, and I'm like, wow, let me just answer the door. And so I open the door, and he's in jeans and a nice polo shirt. He's got a mask on. He comes in, and I still feel like I'm trying to catch up with the day. I'm like, I felt like my hair was on fire, and it looked a hot mess. Okay. Like literally a hot mess. Okay. So he comes in, and I notice he has a mask on, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm not wearing a mask. I don't usually wear one at home, but I've been vaccinated. And in this suave, my friend, you'd have to meet him to understand why they call him the Don.
Okay.
He barely talks above a whisper. Okay. And he says, I'm wearing a mask out of respect for your home. I've also been vaccinated. Okay. You can tell this is COVID, because we talk about vaccines. I said, okay, if you've been vaccinated, you can totally take your mask off. Girl. He took his mask off, and I was like, okay. I said to myself, that's what the rest of his face looks like. Focus, girl. Focus. Focus. Not knowing that our friend felt like the Lord was telling him. He believed the Lord told him that he needed to introduce us.
Oh, wow.
And he was going to introduce my husband to someone else, but then was like, I'm going to introduce him to Keisha. So it was like the perfect setup. So he's, in my house, walking around, looking at the floors. Then he pulls up his iPad to show me. He's supposed to be showing me some work that he had done. Somehow some family pictures get in there. Okay. And he's scrolling, and he's like, this is my daughter. This is my sister. And all the while, he's pointing out these people to me. And I'm like, why is he telling me this? Yes. And where is his significant other? Is she the one holding the camera? Yes. Right? Yes. And he was looking around the house thinking, I don't see pictures of a husband. I wonder if she's married. I'm listening. So 2 weeks later, we're still talking about work on my house. And he's out of town, calls me about the estimate, because I was still working with my insurance company. Okay. And so when I think the conversation's over, he says, so how was your day? I don't even know how to answer that. I wasn't expecting him to say that. Yes. And we talked for 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay.
When he got back into town, we went on our first date.
Okay.
That was like the beginning of August.
Okay.
And we booked our venue October.
Okay.
And got married the following year.
Okay. Well, good. That's a that's a nice story.
Yes, he prays with me and for me.
Yes.
We're on a prayer call every morning together. Most mornings when we can get out of bed, we have a devotion that we do together, and we read our Bible together, and we go to church together, and we have all of this, like all of the things that are important to us in a relationship, being partners and communication and being loving and not arguing or going to bed angry. I mean, it's like...
Now I see why you say that's
Hoppo, who this woman?
Hoppo, who this man? Wow.
So when we were dating, I started calling him my unicorn, and he was like, "Don't call me that. Yeah. I'm just me."
Yeah.
But because of what I've experienced in my past, I really thought that men like this didn't exist. And not that there's anything wrong with dating outside of my race, but I wanted a brown man. I wanted someone that would understand the things I face when I walk out of my house every day and be able to discuss the things that he deals with. Because neither one of us are from Colorado.
Okay.
But we've both lived here for over 20 years, and we're a minority. So it's what I prayed for. When I look back at my prayers about my husband, he's everything and a lot more.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
I mean, he loves to laugh. He's silly. He loves to dance. He sung to me at our wedding.
What?
He sung his vows.
Okay. Is it on tape?
It is. I have a recording of our wedding.
Okay, we're going. I just want to check that out. Oh, that's beautiful.
But he's, and marriage is work, right? You have to be intentional.
Yes.
And what worked, I don't know. I'm learning how to be married.
What's that mean?
Because the first marriage, I think I didn't have any guidance. I didn't have any, I feel like I have some wisdom now that I didn't have before.
Yes.
When the Bible talks about wives submitting to their husbands, I didn't have a voice. And now I do. But it's also a voice that honors my husband and honors God.
Yes.
And so I'm learning.
Okay.
Because after being single for so long, now I gotta have to consider someone else's feelings.
Yes. So what was that gap from being single to getting married? How long were you single?
Like unmarried single?
Yeah.
My ex-husband and I were divorced, I think 14 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That was.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, but you dated.
I dated, but like real serious relationship, somebody I could bring home that my family wouldn't.
Yeah.
Wow. Probably about, let's see, ex-husband died in 2020. I got married in 22. So yeah, 14 years.
Wow. Yeah, so there was some learning that had to take place.
Oh my gosh, yes.
There was a lot of adjusting.
And I'm still adjusting, but
of course.
But it's good because my husband, he's patient and kind, and he's a grown-up. That's important.
Yes, it is. You don't want no boy.
Because every 40-year-old you meet, well, he's 55, but every 55 man you meet or woman you meet,
it's not.
They're not grown-ups yet. still trying to figure it out.
Some 60-year-olds are
not
grown-ups.
Right. so but he's, created, one of my other girlfriends says he was created perfectly for me.
And you know what? There's something about being, what they would say, equally yoked. When you guys stand on the same beliefs, he's going to treat you according to your beliefs, because that's what he believes as well.
And he does.
That works. Still gonna be some work. There'll always be some work, because we evolve over and over. I mean, we just do. We just grow. Things change.
And men and women don't think alike.
And we don't. And we do not.
Men and women don't think alike. Like, I don't know. I talk with my face a lot, and sometimes he'll say stuff, and I'll be like, how did he get to that? Don't talk with your face.
Yeah.
Don't talk with your face. Like, process on the inside. Jesus, give me the understanding that I am missing right now. Because what?
Yeah. Oh, I do it all the time. All the time. My face be a whole different story.
Yeah. He's like, are you okay? Mm-hmm. Yep. Just what? Like, yeah. Yeah.
You be saying yeah, but this be saying, what the heck? Oh, heck no,
That's when you just turn, you know what, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Turn around, walk away. But even in that, it's brought me closer to God, because learning how to live with someone and learning how to be in a relationship when you have a partner that understands reciprocity. I'm not just doing it by myself.
Yes.
I'm like, Lord, why am I frustrated? And God's like, I don't know. Why are you frustrated?
Ooh.
That's not him.
Wow.
It's you. So this is what you asked for. This is what you prayed for.
Yes.
Look what I did for you.
Yes.
I don't know why you're frustrated. Come sit with me.
That's the slow blink.
Okay.
That's that digging in here. Get you together.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. God puts me in timeout.
Yeah.
Frequently.
Yeah.
Puts me in timeout.
Yeah.
But then I come out like our little kids come out of timeout. Like, okay, I'm ready to be big now.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah. Own it.
Yeah.
Own your own self. Like, get together. That's what I talk to myself. I be doing that too. Like, if you don't take 2 seats, you getting on your own nerves. What you mad for?
Right.
Or not mad, but like, what's your problem?
What's your problem? Yes.
And then when you sit down and think about it, it's like, you know what? I really don't have a reason.
I really don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's amazing. I am happy for you that you have that. A lot of people don't. That their issues are those that you don't have. I mean, people, lack of communication is such a huge issue in relationships. You have to be able to communicate to the understanding of that person. Like, what's my communication style? Learn me, because you can't talk to me the way that you understand you. You have to do it to where I understand, and vice versa, right? We have to get each other.
Yeah, and I think that's where the work comes in, because it's always evolving.
Yeah.
You have to be careful not to make comparisons.
Facts.
Well, I could talk to such and such like this. How come I can't? But I mean, it's good. We have to remain teachable, right?
Facts.
We have to always be in a place of accepting, constructive criticism and being able to grow and declare things. I know that this marriage will last. My husband, as long as he loves God, I don't have to worry about him mistreating me, because God gonna get him.
And not only that, but because he knows.
Because he knows. And when you know better, you do better.
That part. And that's the whole thing. We good? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I am. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Keep working on yourself. It gets better. I mean, it's gonna evolve. So it's gonna be good, then it's gonna be good, and it's gonna be good, and something happen, but it's still gonna just keep growing, being good.
I heard 50 is the new 40.
Well, what can I say?
We don't talk about ages, but I'm just saying the closer I get to 50, maybe perhaps that's what you're talking about. Adulting gets easier because it's hard.
Yeah. Is adulting easier? You know what I think it comes down to who we are as individuals. It's easy for us if we choose to live a righteous life, if we choose to be kind and we choose to do the things that we know we are supposed to be doing, then, life's, but it becomes easier managed.
Okay.
Because if we're aggressive, hostile, life can be hard.
Yeah.
It'd be hard on you physically. You could be 40 and look, 80, just simply because of your...
That'd be awful. Ooh, man. Go in a restaurant and you expect somebody to card you for your margarita and they like, nah, you good. What's happening? I am? I thought, ooh, that must not be good.
Because your temperament, your attitude can wear your face out. It can wear your body out.
I just like being happy, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people that know me, like, I have my moments.
Of course, we all
I'm
do.
A little,
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoy laughing and being happy. And,
Yes.
it takes more muscles in your face to frown than it does to smile.
Yeah. Oh, you tired. Which one? You must be tired today because look at all this.
No, just smile.
Yeah. That's good. You keep being that. And it'll be easy.
Oh, yeah, it's
It'll
good.
be easy, man. So what's the age difference between you and your husband?
13 years.
13? Okay.
Yep.
Now, there's no issue with the generational thing?
No, because my husband doesn't act like a 55. What does a 55-year-old act like?
Oh, that part too.
He's an avid golfer. He's very physically fit. He likes to travel. He's perfectly made for me.
Yes.
He is by no means an old man.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Nothing
Nothing lacking there.
No, nothing lacking. Nope. It's good though. It's good. We have a lot of the same interests and
and you know what? That's what matters. I don't think that sometimes age does matter if the maturity isn't there on both parties. But otherwise, I know somebody who's like 23 years difference.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. At first, I was looking at them like either one of y'all has to be low or you excel. That's what I was thinking, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But it works. That thing works. Now, I don't know what happens behind closed doors and all of that, but they appear to just work. And it doesn't matter. It's not making a difference.
I would not have guessed that my husband was in his 50s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because, obviously I think he's very handsome.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked.
Mm-hmm. What?
So I'm like, oh, you are? Okay,
Yeah.
well, I'm not. So.
Yeah.
So sometimes if I wear my hair a certain way, if I
Yeah.
get it braided, he's like, you look too young to be with me. I'm like, you're welcome. I can't, what do you want me to do? Like, I can't look older.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Congratulations.
Right. No, but it just works. And the only reason that the 13-year difference even crosses my mind from time to time is because I think about, and not to be morbid or anything, but death is a part of life.
Absolutely.
And now that I have him, and now that we're sharing our life together, reality is that when I'm 70-something, will I still have my husband with me? When I'm 80, will I still have my husband with me? So, but again, just another reason to be happy and really treasure the time that I have with him.
Yes.
Because he's only 55.
Yeah. And that's still young.
It's very young.
Yeah,
like,
that's still
I
young.
need 30 years. We're young enough.
Yeah. We can still got some more time here.
time.
We got things to do.
But otherwise, it literally never, it never comes up. We still have teenagers at home.
Okay.
Because we're a blended family. So our youngest are 14 and 16.
Okay.
And then I inherited grandchildren. And I was like, ooh, I don't know if I want them to call me grandma.
Yeah.
And then my oldest son now has a son.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
So I'm Lala. We're not calling me grandma.
Okay, you Lala.
I
Okay.
don't want to be grandma.
I'm Nanny, which I'll take that too.
You know what? My grandson could call me anything. He's perfect. He can call me whatever he want to call me.
How old is he?
He's he'll be 2 in September.
Oh yes.
Oh my God, he can call me anything because he is just perfect.
Yes, absolutely.
He's my perfect baby.
Well, as I told you, it goes quick. So we are at the end of our time.
Okay.
But I do appreciate you coming in. I've had a grand time with
what
you.
an experience.
Yes, I have. I've enjoyed it. Do you think your husband would want to come on? Both of you guys come back and maybe. Is he that kind of person, or what's that look like?
He is.
He is.
We were actually on a Facebook Live thing for a ministry that wanted to talk about married couples.
Okay.
So, and he agreed to do that one. So I think he would come back.
Yeah, I think y'all should.
Okay.
I think that would be good. I've had a couple on before, and I love them. And it's just good. It's just good for people to see.
Absolutely.
The work, the work, the hard work that pays off. Because it is, even though yours just kind of just worked from the beginning, it's still work, right? And I think that gives people a glimpse of some hope.
It is. You have to be intentional, and you want to get married so you can date your spouse. You don't want to. We went to the Nuggets game last night. It was great.
Yes, yes.
So, that'd be great.
Okay, well, we'll work that out and get you guys in here. So
sounds good.
I appreciate you. I know we didn't really get to dive into a whole lot, so you are welcome to come back and we can dive some more as you're prepared.
Oh, I don't know that there's a way to prepare for this. But I would love to. Whenever you want me to come back, that would be great.
Okay, awesome. All right, anything you want to leave for our audience as we close out? No? Okay. She'll be back, y'all.
I don't have anything. I didn't even get a chance to prepare.
Yes. It's all right.
Nope, I'm good.
No. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Thank you.